My dear brothers and sisters, I find it very providential that we celebrate and pray for the success of the upcoming Synod on Synodality during this feast of the visitation of the Blessed Virgin Mary to her cousin Elizabeth. I'm sure that in one way or another, we were gathered by our church leaders, we were consulted, we were asked to share, we were asked to give our deepest and maybe long-kept thoughts about the church. For instance, here in the Archdiocese of Manila, we did the synodal process by sharing our thoughts about the words and even the thought, sana and salamat. Sana ang simbahan ganito. Sana ang simbahan ganito, ganyan ang treatment sa amin. Salamat sa simbahan dahil nakapagdasal ako ng maigi. Salamat dahil sa simbahan nagkaroon ako ng comfort during the lockdown. Salamat at sana. The process happened not in a very formal manner, but through informal gatherings and simple sharings as how friends would share stories over a cup of coffee, or how would a child share his or her day in front of his or her mom and dad. This synodal process has stretched the church's reach. In a way, through this synodal process, the church was challenged to really go to the ends of the earth as what the Lord commanded. Through the synodal process, we might have crossed paths with unconventional, unfamiliar, and even uneasy communities and individuals that we are not really used to deal and go with. The synodal process has taught each and every one of us patience and our capacity to stay and indeed to be faithful with the word synod, to walk together. My dear brothers and sisters, the story of the visitation is a perfect story of synodality. That synodality won't always be about walking, but an encounter in a story of visitation. Pagdalaw. Compassion and love moved Mary to visit her cousin. It was an inconvenient and even a scary visit. A pregnant young lady traveling all over to Judah in haste to her quite old pregnant cousin. Isang delikadong biyahe ng mga taong nasa delikado at maselan na pagbubuntis marahil. But Mary managed to visit her cousin. The long travel and the pregnancy did not stop her from being compassionate and from letting Elizabeth exclaim, "Most blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. And how does this happen to me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me?" And how our first reading from the book of the prophet Zephaniah exclaimed, "The King of Israel, the Lord is in your midst. The Lord is in your midst. You have no misfortune to fear." We hope that the spirit of synodality won't end after being asked to share with our sana and salamat, or what our deepest thoughts and even heartaches about the church. We hope that synodality will be both a lifestyle of the Church and an identity for everyone. And how to make synodality both a lifestyle and an identity. The answer is we continue the story of the visitation, to reach out even to the most inconvenient, to stay and listen even it would entail our time and our effort, to accept and share stories that will nurture both soul and heart, our capacity to say to communities we wish to share our presence to the communities we wish to make our presence felt, to our young people experiencing depression, the anxious, those worried about the future, our political and civil leaders, to students, to workers, to friends in crisis, to the sick, and to many others. Our capacity to say to these people that the church is here, that the church is here to help and listen. The church is ready to embrace and love them again. As much as the Lord promised that He is with us until the end of the age, may we also make it true with our visitation that no one is left alone by God, that God lives and stands even to those in crisis, that God is needed by those who are left out. Nauhaw sa Diyos ang mga nawawala, na kailangan kahit na mga hindi natin kilala ang Diyos, na huwag natin ipagdamot ang pag-ibig ng Diyos dahil lahat naman tayo deserving ng pag-ibig ng Diyos. These things, my dear brothers and sisters, may not be enough. The synodal process and the synod this coming October may teach us new things, how to be church. But after all the listening, after all the sharing, the gatherings, may those people whom we wish to visit say and exclaim, "Indeed, the Lord has visited me. God is really in my life. He is with me, and there is no misfortune to fear." Huwag lang makilakad, kundi bumisita. Let our identity and lifestyle be synodality. And may we pursue it by continuing and making the story of the visitation of Mary to Elizabeth real and close to everyone's story and heart.